Hello. All righty, we are up. We are live. Well, welcome. I am super grateful if you stay with me while we have this conversation. I am Lene. I'm an intuitive transformational life and business coach. And I wanted to talk about what is coaching, therapy, mentorship, facilitator, and a big HELP at the end. Okay. And this is coming off of, I've had two people ask me that recently, and I'm in the middle of looking for help for somebody else from a different avenue of the work that I do. So hang in there with me as I kind of want to break down my point of view, as well as the facts of what the difference are. And let me start with this. Many people, and I'm going to speak women because I work with only women. Many women have never had or chose or been willing or even understood or whatever what it's like and what's possible to have somebody that is available for you, that listens to you, maybe has advice and guidance, but is this space of no judgment and allows you just to be in that space. A lot of people have not ever experienced that. A lot of people don't ever want to experience that. But what I want to talk to is those who have, and those are maybe more curious. Okay. My journey, if you know me or you don't know me, 34 years ago, I was in the bottom. Like I was in the HELP, life or death situation. And that at that time, that was a complete reach out to what you would call a therapist. Okay, I'm going to put these in quotations. A help, HELP, was like, I need help right now, mental health and all that goes with that. Okay, so I was introduced into the world of talking to somebody else and having them as part of my life that changed my life. So I came into it very early. I was 25. So I got introduced to allowing other people into my world so that I could be better. I could learn better. All the tools and things that I didn't have, she taught me that. And I worked with her for 8 years. Okay. Then coaching, therapy, mentor, facilitator, help. The other thing I didn't add in here is groups. Okay. I've been a member of 12-step programs for 34 years. I have sat in and spoke at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meetings. And so that's a place that's so valuable, whether it's whatever program you're in. I've been to all of them almost. To go into a place where I know it's super uncomfortable. I do not underestimate that. I am working with two people right now in the depths of recovery or in the depths of not in recovery and what's required. And all of these coaching, therapy, mentor, facilitator, and groups, the one thing that is required is a willingness to want to do and be something different. Okay, because all of those things, all of us exist. So again, I'm just going off the top here just to share. So groups, I've been around that, but I know a lot of people who haven't. I also know that a lot of people have, our points of view create our reality. So you may have somebody else's point of view about what it means to go to therapy, to go to group, to go to coaching, to go to counseling and all that. And then you buy into somebody else's experience and story, right? But you never checked it out for yourself. I find that all the time. Now, compared to what it was like 34 years ago to where it is today, the open world of personal growth and transformation and self, all that is 34 years ahead of what it was way back then. I'm doing a lot of that in my life lately, way back then. I guess I'm in that time in my life right now. It's like, when you go through cycles and you're like, God, been there, done that. Oh my God, been there, done that. And here I am today. So coaching, therapy, mentor, groups, and facilitator. Okay, so where do I want to go with this? So the gal that talked to me today had experience with a therapist, and she didn't want that experience, but she was looking for something different. And so a therapist is so required at certain times in our lives when it is so required. I often will not work with people if they are in a space of mental health or lower in their beginning of recovery where they might need a different style of therapy, okay? Possibly medication, so forth. A lot of treating of mental issues. Can I work with that? Yes, working with it for myself my entire life. But a therapist has all of their state degrees, okay? And they have a tendency to focus a lot on the past. Totally. You need to heal that trauma. You need to look at that work, all of that. So therapy, okay? Coaching, and then I'm recently working with somebody who was working with a therapist, and she had never been introduced to the entire world of online coaching. And to me, I've been so familiar with it for so long, I was actually awakened to she had no concept of what I did, which was similar to what and beyond what her therapist was doing. So, but she had never been introduced to the world of online coaching. So a coach can mean a lot of things. That's why it's important when you're looking for somebody or that something that you really find that one particular style. But a coach, think of it as a sports coach. It's somebody who takes you and your goals, and a lot of times it's systemized, and this is where you are, and this is how we're going to get you there. And then, of course, there's style that's in there. So it can be very linear work. It can be, and again, this is my point of view, and very, very valuable. Okay, all of these are valuable. So a coach would be like that. Business-wise, I want to get from here to here. There's a lot of mindset work that's done in that, and that can be a coach for. You see a lot from business standpoints. Like if I go out and talk to the world that's not in business, and I go, coach, they go, what? But if they're in business, it's like everybody knows what a business coach is. Now, I qualify myself as a life and business coach. And here's what that looks like for me. Some coaches are strictly business strategy. I have a point of view that what's going on in your life shows up in your business. So, period. It's a holistic thing, my point of view and my experience. What's going on in you and your life and who you're being is what's showing up in your business. So we can keep working on the coaching stuff. Okay, cool. But if we don't change who we're being, we're not going to change a lot of what's possible in the business. Okay, mentor. A mentor is possibly somebody that, mentor, sponsor. There's so many definitions, right? Sponsor is somebody that you have in program in recovery who is there to support you, millions, sponsors are the best because they support you in certain work that needs to be done, and they're there for you to the limits of program and recovery, and it doesn't cost anything. But let me tell you, from my experience, those recovery sponsors have been there available over 34 years, more than anybody has. So that's pretty amazing too. So a mentor is somebody probably draws on their own experience. Leading by, again, I lead by my experience, strength, and hope. So I can, I'm trying to look at the difference. Like a therapist isn't a mentor. Those don't cross lines. Okay. A coach can be a mentor, or you're just particularly a mentor. You focus on the career, you focus on professional, and can facilitate a lot of different things. So it's a word that we don't see a lot, but it's very powerful. I don't know if there's anybody on here. Oh, hi, Kim. Hello, hello. So a mentor is powerful. A mentor is powerful, but it's funny, in the online business world, you don't see mentor because, again, people attach to certain things. Our points of view create what it is that we're going to choose, and still until we stop and go, what is it that I'm actually needing here? Who's going to get me to where I want to go? And then a facilitator. I would say I fall into that one the most. I actually do fall into that one completely. But in the online world and other places, when I say to somebody, oh, I'm a facilitator, they go, what does that mean? I facilitate growth and change in people's lives. So do coaches, so do therapists, so do mentors. Okay. A lot of my licensing, not my licensing, but my graduation papers, my certificates, and all of that all say facilitator at the end. So with all of that and this long conversation I'm having, the bottom line is, what I'm aware of is, just in the last couple of weeks, is that a lot of people have never chose to have somebody support them. And when people are ready to have somebody to support them, it's a big decision. And it's scary. And there's so much unknown if you've never experienced it before. Coming from business, today was my 24-year anniversary with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I resigned from that 4 years ago from my position as a sales director, but I'm still in it and so forth. But that was complete mentorship, one after another. I mean, engulfed in that energy for over 20 years. So what am I saying? I just wanted to share that I'm really aware of all the levels of where people are looking. Oh, and then when it comes into payments, I am with a business coach right now that I meet with 3 times a week, and we are making things happen in the business, right? And then I personally just went back to counseling, different than therapy, because I wanted to go back to somebody. I literally wanted her to sit there for an hour, which is what she does. She's so wonderful. And I talk for an hour because I have enough awareness that I can say a lot of stuff to get rid out of this busy head and get it out. And then I can almost always solve my own, not solve it, but get it out and then have clarity on it. And then she smiles a lot at me and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just talked for a full hour, but I'm very happy with that situation. But I went back to that because I have some things coming up in my life that I wanted to be prepared for, on how to react and what to do. And could have I done it on my own? Absolutely. Did I want to? No. That's the difference right there. I was willing to seek constantly, because to seek support. So if you've never had support in your life, there's a lot of women I talk to who've never experienced actual support. I guess that could have been my conversation. And there's some of us that's all we've ever lived with. And in that support, there's lots of experiences. lots of experiences that go along with all that experience with support. And there's a lot of people that come in and out of those relationships that aren't healthy in and out of that support. So I could keep this conversation going, but I'm going to end it right there. Kim says, you're an amazing supporter. Thank you. And Kim, you are one of my back at you girlfriends. And the best thing too is when you have somebody that's healthy and is working their own life stuff, that you can have these conversations where you can just be with each other. And I'm aware and I know that many, many, many women don't have that either. So it's available, it's possible. But I do say hurrah to all of them: coaching, therapy, mentor, facilitator, program, recovery. If you need help, whatever that looks like, I know it is the hardest thing when it's deep, when it's a deep need for help, life or death kind of stuff. And even if your business isn't working the way that you want to sometimes to be able to say, hello, I would like to, I need some help on getting over all of these obstacles. So that was just that's my conversation. That's my awareness for this week. There we go. I'm available if you need me for any of that coaching, mentoring, facilitation, or group. And therapy, the only difference is I don't have a state license, but man, do I have years of training and classes. I'm sure Kim's going to like, me too. Yeah, just probably in the last 4 years, 10, 20, 30, 40. Last 4 years, I've spent probably over $40,000 in coaching on myself. When you say that out loud, it's like, whoa. But I am a growth junkie. I like to grow. I like to learn. And then what it is that I learn and all the methods, all of that, then I get to continue to give that beautifully away to clients, friends, and family. All righty. That was fun. All righty, Kim, thanks for hanging with me and welcome home from your cruise. Okay. Bye, everybody.